Welcome again to a high school volleyball preseason coaches interview on OpenSpacesSports.com, brought to you by Farm Credit of Western Kansas. And joining us, Bryn Wright, the head volleyball coach of the Weskan Coyotes. And Coach, what do you expect this year?
I am expecting a healthy mix of returners and some fresh faces that are going to help us out a lot.
All right, Weskan, of course, has a rich tradition in volleyball and athletics in general. So if you want to find out more about the Weskan Lady Volleyball team, go to OpenSpacesSports.com. Well, Coach, as you prepare now for another season, you talked about some experience and some youth coming back. But obviously you're going to rely on the experience, I guess, for leadership. Who would that be?
McKenna Hale will be a senior. She's played 4 years now of varsity volleyball, and I look for her to step up. Olivia McKinney is in her 3rd year as a junior starting volleyball, and I expect her to step up, as well as I had 4 sophomores on the floor last year, so I really look for them to all use that experience and step up.
Now, you really lost a really tenacious player, didn't you? And Robin C., if I remember correctly. Hard to replace somebody like that, though, isn't it?
It is. However, her little sister is going to follow in her footsteps, I think. She's quick, she's athletic. I look for her to do some good things for us.
You know, when you told me before the interview that you had a new assistant coach that's joined your staff, tell us about your new coach, and then let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, I knew losing my assistant, I was going to have some big shoes to fill, but I think my new assistant will handle the job. Dave Hale is going to assist me, and he's got a little experience, so I think he'll help us out quite a bit.
Yeah, to say that Dave has a little experience would be an understatement. Of course, he coached Weskan to back-to-back championships in the late 90s, a team that you were on. What can he bring to the table, and what will that be like to have him as your sidekick, so to speak, who coached you and your teammates to a title?
Well, I am excited about it. He is going to bring extensive knowledge. I told the girls I'm not too proud to admit that he knows far more than I do about this game, and so he's going to help us tremendously. He already has this summer. It's going to be an adjustment. He's never been an assistant, so I told him I would probably have to tell him to shut up a couple times. But I think we've always worked well as player and coach, so we'll see how we work together as coach and coach.
What type of team do you think you'll have in terms of size? And then will you, what's the front line look like defensively or offensively? The back row, those are all important elements of a volleyball team.
We're not going to be as big as we've been in the past height-wise, but I think we're going to have some girls that are going to step up and play bigger than they are. We've got Olivia McKinney. I think she's over 6 foot now, and she plays well. She's got a big swing, big arms, big long arms. Sierra Cedar is my other middle, and she blocks like she's 6 foot tall. So I expect to play bigger than we are, and then I look to be quick and shifty on the back row on defense.
What about numbers? Are you? I think you're probably pretty satisfied, small school as you are, with the numbers you got?
Yes, we've got 17 girls that'll be out, 16, 17. 4 of those will be foreign exchange students, and one is teetering on managing or playing. But, for Weskan, that's great numbers. So I'm excited about that, and I had good numbers this summer, which always is encouraging.
You have a feel for the league, and I know the league tournament comes up in October, and I guess we're going to a 2-day format this year so as to not go and play at midnight for the finals. But what do you know about the league? How do you see it stacking up? Are you one of the favorites?
I think Weskan's always a name that comes up. Last year we finished 4th in our league overall, which I feel like in a league such as ours, that's not anything to hang our heads about. We've got state champion Logan, Northern Valley, who beat Logan during the season, actually beat them at the league tournament. Wheatland always competes. So I think, it's going to be a pretty healthy mix. I think the East teams are going to be tough again. Some of our teams back here in the West lost some good players. Shayna Rogge's gone. Allie Frisbee at Bird City is gone. So those are some big losses, but Wheatland will always come up with somebody to fill shoes, and so it's going to be a fun league as usual.
Well, listen, Open Spaces Sports will have the opportunity, and we look forward to it, to covering Weskan some throughout the season. And certainly if you head into postseason, we'll be there as well. Thanks for coming in again today, and we'll be following you.
Thanks, Rich.
All right, Brett Wright joins us, the head volleyball coach here at Weskan High School. Thanks for joining us on this preseason coaches show, brought to you by Farm Credit of Western Kansas and many boosters, the Weskan Coyotes in the Weskan Sharon Springs area. Thanks for joining us.